I belong to you.
Just want to know how you guys are doing. You doing okay? Feeling better? We're officially on hiatus until September. I don't know how we are going to survive. Was it 3 months without any Elliot Olivia content, anything like that? Organized crime ended on a big, huge cliffhanger. We don't know whether Angela lives or dies, and I hope she dies. Fingers crossed. But SVU actually ended on a pretty sweet note, which is very rare. We ended on a non-wedding. Finn and Phoebe decided not to get married, and I know some people were like, well, that was a waste of time. That was, why did they do that? They wanted to do what worked for them and their relationship, and if you remember, they were fighting a couple days before the actual wedding, so now they're in a good place with their relationship. They decided not to get married. I thought it was a really sweet ending. We got Rollins and Carisi getting together. We got Elliot and Olivia moments. Him getting her coat for her getting a glass of wine for him. It wasn't a kiss like Rollins and Carisi, but at the little moments between Elliot and Olivia, I am definitely not going to complain. We should just be thankful that there was a happy moment between the two of them at all, considering the situation that Elliot did come back. So let's talk about the season finale of SVU. So the case really was, I thought the episode was really good. It was pretty dark, dark subject matter as SVU normally is, but a woman being trafficked, sleeping with men just to keep her apartment for her and her son. And then a congressman being involved, and the woman who was the head of the building also being involved. I knew that from the minute they showed her. And then Garland might or might not lose his job. Nobody really seemed to be talking about how Garland was, the state of his health that he was in. He looked like he was about ready to have a heart attack. Poor man. But yeah, we will see. He's going to take time off. We don't know. Sounds like a much needed vacation for him and his family, so hopefully he does come back. We don't know what state he'll come back in until September, unfortunately. And then, like I said, the SVU wedding was I thought it was really sweet. Everybody got together. We got to see Elliot and Olivia get together and reconnect with each other since he's been back. So now we're going to talk about the season finale of Organized Crime. There were a lot of theories that I had about how Organized Crime was going to end. I thought that we were going to get big moments between Elliot and Olivia like everybody else, and unfortunately there was hardly no moments between them whatsoever, and a lot of people were really upset about it. But you know what? We have hope, and I lean for season 2 that hopefully there will be more crossovers, more guest appearances for Mariska to be involved in the show. I thought Dylan McDermott did an amazing job playing Richard Wheatley. He plays such a good bad guy. I don't know how he could fit into season 2. Eileen said he might or might not be back for season 2 for an episode or two, so we'll see what happens with that. And Organized Crime, I thought, a way to end the series. I thought it was okay. I was expecting more of a big, huge moment. But you know what? We got what we got, and I know the timelines between SVU and Organized Crime didn't match up, and I know they had to shut down production because of COVID. So that really put a damper on them having to hurry up and shoot it before June 3rd and then try and edit it. So I do give the writers and all the crew a lot of credit just for them having to kind of scramble and try and edit and try and shoot as much as they possibly could. So who knows how many scenes they shot, how many, or what was cut out and what was not cut out. And as far as the series as a whole, I was a little worried how Stabler would be by himself without Olivia, and it turns out he did a really good job. Chris is such an amazing actor. He can really hold his own, always has been able to hold his own, and then the relationship between him and Sergeant Bell was, they have really good chemistry together. I mean, she does not take any crap whatsoever. I just thought their chemistry was super, super amazing, and I would love to, I'm hoping she's coming back. I'm assuming she's a series regular. And then the whole team, we have Washburn and then Sloot. Unfortunately, Morales will not be back because he's the mole and Bell shot him. Did not see that coming at all. We had a lot of theories on who the mole was going to be. We were all wrong. And unfortunately, I did see that little spoiler. I did really good with the whole day not being spoiled on Twitter for anything, which is really good for me because I'm checking Twitter every 10 minutes, trying to see any spoilers because I know the East Coast does a viewing of it too, and I'm on the West Coast here. So I gotta wait a while before I can watch the episode live. But yeah, I thought the episode, it was really good. Like I said, I did wish that we did have some more like suspenseful moments, but like I said, I do give the writers and the crew a lot of credit, the actors too, because I'm sure they're scrambling to try and get as much done as they possibly could before June 3rd. I know they wanted it to air the same night as SVU. So, we got what we got, and hopefully season 2 is going to be 24 episodes instead of just the 8. It's going to be 8 stories, 24 times. So hopefully it will be, I can't wait to see what they're going to do, who the new bad guy is going to be, or bad guys. We really don't know about much about next season. So hopefully there will be, more personal with the team, like Washburn and Sloot and Bell. We did get a little bit personal with Bell because her and her wife are going to have a baby, and then unfortunately she's involved in a lawsuit with the NYPD after what happened to her nephew. So, and it looks like it's going to cost her job, so we'll see what happens with that, with her dealing with the fallout from that. We don't know if there's going to be a time jump. We don't know if we're going to be in the next moment in the hospital when Elliot's screaming, "I need help." I did like how we dealt with Stabler's PTSD. Like I said, Chris is just such an amazing actor. His eyes are super expressive. If you really pay attention, if you really watch, he's got super expressive eyes. He sells a lot with his eyes, with the looks on his face. The whole season, him portraying himself as a victim of PTSD, I thought he did an amazing job. How he does not have an Emmy, I will never understand. I'm hoping this year, the nominations come out in July and the Emmys air in September, so please, Emmys, please nominate Chris, please. He deserves it. It's his time. He's been in this game long enough. Mariska has one, why can't Chris have one? Let's just be real. So we got to see him see a therapist, which is something that I would never see. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that. He does not like shrinks. If you know Stabler at all, he does not like shrinks at all. So he saw a therapist about his PTSD. We saw the therapist ask him about the bad lapses in judgment, and I think we all know what that is. I guess. But yeah, and then we got to see Stabler and Bell's relationship develop and grow too. I thought for sure he would call Olivia after he was on the phone with his therapist, after she said, "Call someone you can trust," and we all thought it was going to be Olivia. We were wrong. It was Belle, and I actually kind of liked that it was Belle. And then Belle immediately knew about his PTSD. Either she probably figured it out, I'm sure. She's a smart woman. You can't really hide anything from her or keep anything from her, I'm assuming. But yeah, we got to see that. I was really happy about that. And then we got to see, unfortunately, Angela. I don't like her. I'm sorry. I don't. they're talking about a redemption arc. What kind of redemption arc does this woman need, honestly? I mean, she killed Kathy. She ordered the hit to kill her, and she's just as bad as Richard is. They're both the same people, pretty much. She's very sociopathic. I don't remember her seeing or showing any remorse for what she did either. We will just have to wait and see. I mean, she got poisoned twice. Once by, I'm sure, people that Richard hired when Washburn went to get all the supplies for her that she needed. Poor Washburn, he felt so bad when he used his civilian phone instead of the other phone that he was supposed to use, and that's how they tracked Angela and they were able to poison her products. And Washburn felt really bad. I could tell he's not the smartest, but he didn't mean to do it. He felt really bad for what he did. Then we got to see, okay, first of all, Angela asking her lawyer to look into Olivia after Richard said that she was the one true love of his life. I mean, really, what kind of behavior is that? That's like fatal attraction behavior. That's not okay. That's just crazy. So why she did that, I don't know, but hopefully nothing bad happens to Olivia in season 2, fingers crossed. Like I said, we don't know whether Angela lives or dies. I'm hoping she dies, but if she does die, then that means there's going to be no justice for Kathy. They needed her testimony in order to put Richard away in prison. So we will see what happens. If she does live, then that means Kathy will get justice, and Richard will be sent to prison. As far as what will happen to Angela if she does live, we do not know. I'm assuming maybe she'll be just in the first episode and that's it. We honestly don't know. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of theories just going around, until September comes, because we are dying over here. We need content. So yeah, and then Richard finally meeting Olivia. That was a pretty interesting moment. I think we all saw, like, behind the scenes of them filming the scene. We were all kind of wondering what he was saying to her. After Belle called her Liv, and he said, "Oh, Captain Olivia Benson. Oh, wow, Elliot, she's a knockout." And you could tell Elliot wanted to punch him in the face. The old Stabler would have punched him in the face and beat the crap out of him, but he didn't. He just stood there and just let Richard say what he wanted to say to Liv, because I think Stabler knows that Liv can defend herself and take care of herself. And then the hospital scene where, okay, first of all, Richard having his wife pretend to be Elliot and text her. Olivia would never, ever, I don't think she would think that Elliot was texting her, because he has never once called her O. He's always called her Liv or Olivia or Benson, but never O. So I'm really surprised that she responded thinking that it was him when obviously it wasn't. I thought that was a little bit out of character in my opinion, but so she goes in the hospital, and Belle and Stabler are going to see Angela, aka I think her name was Susan. I don't remember the last name, because she's obviously under protective detail now because her ex-husband's trying to kill her. So they're in the hospital hallway, and Liv thinks she sees somebody who works for Belle and Stabler. She thinks she sees Morales. And they go further and further, and she says, "Elle, that way, go that way." And everybody was freaking out when she said Elle, because that's the first time she's called him that since he's been back. Because she put up a lot of walls, I'm sure, and was trying to, she's trying to protect herself. She's trying to guard her heart. But more on that in a separate video. So Morales, they're calling out Morales' name, and he comes out in a nurse's outfit and scrubs, and he's crying. He says, "I did something really bad." And it turns out he took a call from Richard that he shouldn't have. Richard paid him $2 million to kill Angela. And he said something about his sister. He's trying to take care of his sister. He just made a really bad decision. I'm sure he was a good guy, but he just made a really poor decision accepting, especially them trying to hunt Wheatley this whole season. He should have known what a bad guy he was, and yet he took it anyway. And then they draw their guns. Morales is holding a gun to himself. He's gonna kill himself, and they're trying to talk him out of it. Belle's trying to talk him out of it. And then Morales points his gun. We think it might be Olivia. It could have been Belle. We don't know. And then Belle shoots him twice, and he's dead. And then Belle and Olivia they go to Angela's side because she had a needle injected in her arm. I'm sure it was another type of poison to try and kill her. And we see her in and out of consciousness. She sees Olivia. We don't know if she knows that's her. They're like, let's just stay with us. We'll hold on. And what was super creepy was there was nobody wandering in the hallways. No nurses, no doctors, no nothing. And then Elliot, he's on the phone saying a code blue in Angela's room. And he has this look on his face. I think it was related to his PTSD. He was having another attack. Some people were saying he was questioning whether to save Angela or not, which I kind of don't blame him, but I do think he was having another PTSD attack. And then at the end he screams, "I need help." And then that's how it ends on the first season of Organized Crime. Like I said, I did like the whole series. I was really pleasantly surprised at how good it is, how different it is from the other Law and Order spinoffs. SVU is a case of the week kind of deal, and then Organized Crime we know is going to be more serialized. It's more cinematic. I love how cinematic it is. So I want to know what you guys thought of the season finales of Organized Crime and SVU. I know it's been about a week, and we're probably all rewatching. I know I am definitely rewatching for sure. Comment and let me know what you guys thought. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. This is my first YouTube video. I am really passionate about Law and Order SVU and the actors and the people on the show. I love it so much. My family makes fun of me for it all the time, and my friends, but it's been on such a long time, and it still has this following that most TV shows don't. And as long as it's been on, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And for this fandom is just so amazing and loving and kind, and I just wanted to do this for the Law and Order community. So if you like this video, I will keep doing more. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Bye.